Well, Kevin needs runner clubs or to catch a 3 to take the lead. If the board paired twice, they'd split the pot. But right now, Kevin Eister in trouble.
Yeah, but he's played so well.
7 of clubs.
But a deuce of clubs appears.
7 of clubs.
Yeah, that means any club now will win it for Kevin, as well as a 3.
It's time for a giveaway at WPT Global. Free $50 added to your account to the first 100 people who sign up. Simply follow these 3 steps. Go to WPTglobal.com/YT, make a new account with bonus code YT73, and deposit at least $1. That's it. $50 will be added to your account, but act fast. Only to the first 100 people.
Action with Matt Stout.
Yep, well, and he's starting to get some hands going here. A little rush. He's got a pair of 10s this time. And he'll put in the raise. 2:25 to go. Brian out and Faraz Jaka. Oh, wow. He even gets the better pair of queens.
Oh no. This is a disaster for Matt. His opponent's gonna re-raise him on the button. Matt and Faraz started this hand with the same amount of chips, so I would be stunned if he does not move in pre-flop over this 3-bet.
Oh, wow. Joey and Scott go away. Back on Matt Stout.
Even worse for Matt, one of his 10s was folded pre-flop, and Faraz has both his suits covered.
He's got about 2.3 roughly left.
All in.
Oh, he's going to push it. And obviously Faraz has to call this, insta-call. They turn him up, and Matt just getting the wrong hand at the wrong time.
Exactly. The right play from Matt, but the wrong time, unfortunately. Faraz here in great shape to knock out Matt Stout.
Matt Stout, 33 years old, living in Vegas. 3rd WPT final table, never won one. The man with the great laugh and voice needs to get lucky, and not there as a queen hits on the flop. Giving 3 of a kind for Faraz.
Now, Matt doesn't know it, but this tournament is over. He is drawing dead.
And it's just another queen, that's all.
That's just a little bit of overkill. Matt says, these are yours now, Faraz. Thanks for having me.
Yep.
Now, always happy to see Matt Stout do well on the World Poker Tour, but he's going to have to wait a little longer for his first WPT title.
The man with the great laugh is not laughing now. He'll take home $189,000. Another one goes into the ever.
Not too many chips there lost.
Picking up the action, Daniel Cates folds 10-5 offsuit. Over to Jeff Gross now. On the button with ace-6 off. He makes it 16,000 to go. Kanesh looks at 6-5 offsuit, lays it down. And now to Mercier, who's got king 10 and defends for an extra 10. Here comes the flop. King 10-6, top 2 for Jason, who checks it to Jeff, and Jeff has bottom pair and checks behind. And the turn is a king, giving Mercier a full house now. No checking this time. He bets 23,000.
So I think Jason might consider check raising on this card against some other opponents, but Jeff a little bit more passive. Jason trying to build the pot right here with the nuts.
His bet of 23,000 is called in relatively short order by Jeff, who wants to make sure Jason's not bluffing, and it's quads on the river for Mercier.
This is a card that looks like it's terrible for Jeff, but I actually don't think it's that hard for Jeff to fold here. And the main reason is because I just don't think Jason would bluff very often. Once Jeff checks the flop and calls the turn, it seems like he has something. And if he does have a 6 or a 10, he's now made a full house and is unlikely to fold it. So if I were Jeff here with just a 6, I think I would fold to this bet. If I had a 10 or better, then I would probably call.
67,000 is the number. And you can see Gross is uncomfortable here. Jeff makes the call.
Can't blame Jeff too much.
That's a little overkill. Nice hand.
You count that?
I thought it was a king or nothing, but I didn't know what you thought I had. I didn't think you'd think I had a call in him. Nice bet.
Thanks.
I think Jason would pretty confidently value bet a 10 as well there, so I think a king or nothing is a little too narrow of a range.
I think you will. 90,000. He is going to come right along, and 3 players going to the flop here. And how about that? A set of aces for Ryo right out of the gate. And Ping makes a pair of queens on that flop.
Ian has a straight draw too, and he's going to go ahead and bet his straight draw. So Ryo's check, his trap is working so far.
205,000 is the wager.
And Ping, knowing that Ian will bet in position pretty wide, is going to call with his pair of queens. He may have discounted Ryo even being in the hand because he was the original raiser and checked it already.
And Ryo is loving every second of that. Yeah, just forget about me. My set of aces over here, guys.
Now, in three-way pots, people don't bluff twice very often, so calling to set a trap for the turn is maybe not the best play.
What is going on at this?
Amazing.
At this tournament, man. This is a wild final table. That's the second set of quads that we've seen. We had the set of quads earlier from Joe, and now here we go. 4 aces for Ryo. Pot's at 1.2 million, and Ping's going to slow that one down, even though he just hit a 5 on the river. Doesn't mean anything to his hand. It's the ace spare.
I think Ping's probably going to get away. They're probably going to both get away now when Ryo bets. If he bets, I assume he will.
That'd be a pretty epic move to check your quad aces on.
Yeah, if it were heads up, even checking the quad aces.
Will he show it or
okay.
not?
Yes, he will show it. I would lay 3 to 1.
You have to, like you said, Matt. It is a rule of law.
Yeah.
Best hand I ever played in my life. I mean, not the best hand.
It's time for a giveaway at WPT Global. Free $50 added to your account to the first 100 people who sign up. Simply follow these 3 steps. Go to WPTglobal.com/YT, make a new account with bonus code YT73, and deposit at least $1. That's it. $50 will be added to your account, but act fast. Only to the first 100 people.
Comeback from earlier. He was down to what, about 8 big blinds?
Yeah, and he was playing very tight, very solid. Made some good laydowns. I think if you were to win on who wanted it more, would definitely have to go with David when this table started. He's been, I doubt he got any sleep at all last night. He's been talking about making this final table his first, and this being his by far most significant poker accomplishment.
Yep, he said he had a, wow, look at that flop.
Heads up play, and David
flops quads again.
Flops quads. Now he can only hope that Brian picks up something, anything, and that's something. It's very difficult. Very difficult if David makes a bet here for Brian to get away, putting him only on a king that's checked on the turn, believing that he's playing for a chop pot, so the size is going to be very key here.
1.2 million.
And he goes for the overbet bluffy type bet. 2 times pot, just hoping that Brian would call for the chop and or perhaps have a king.
In the audience, especially proud of his pupil, Bill Jennings.
Yeah, Matt, not only a great poker player, great ambassador for poker, raised a lot of money in charity events to help worthy causes.
Well, Bill goes out of this one, and Ben now with a queen 8. Seems to like it, makes it 240 to go. Kevin going out, and now Jake Schwartz, 24 years old, looks down at a pair of fives. He just calls it. And the flop is at 8-8 jack, 3 of a kind for Ben Yu.
Could be a little trouble for Jake. He checks anytime a pair comes on the board and you have a pair in your hand. It's hard to get away from the hand. You know the original raiser is going to continuation bet no matter what he's got, just like Ben is doing here. But unfortunately for Jake, Ben flopped 3/8, and Jake does make the call. Now a 10 comes off, so possible straight out there now as well. Well, Jake checks.
Oh, Ben's not going to let up.
And he's going to bet 3/8 again. I think it's an easy getaway now from the 2 5s.
$500,000.
You know, what can you beat here? I mean, basically all you can beat is like an ace-queen or an ace-9. And if your opponent had that, there's a great chance he's going to check on the turn. But Jake pays him off here for $500,000. And now an 8 comes on the river. This gives Jake a full house. Ben Yu with 4 of a kind. Jake is going to check. And Ben is certainly going to bet, just a matter of how much. There's just over $2 million in the pot. Looks like 900,000. Well, Vince, when you call on the flop, you call on the turn. You know, do you call one more time here? You have a full house, but still.
If you call this, you might as well take that little shirt string that you're sucking on and just wrap it around your neck. That's all I have to say. Oh,
he
boy.
does make the call, Vince.
He's doing it.
No good.
No good.
Well, a sarcastic no good by Jake, but truthfully, I think he should have got away from the hand on the turn. That would have saved him $1.4 million.
Never taken the title. He'd love to take this tonight, but he's got a lot of work in front of him. He quickly folds, and now Peter will raise this with a king 5, makes it 65,000.
And Vasily making the call in position with the jack 9.
Just hoping to catch something. Flop is a 3, 7, and a 6.
Now Peter's flopped a gut shot straight draw. Vasily's flopped nothing.
And Peter, the real estate man from Australia, will bet this. 65,000 on the continuation bet.
Oh, and look at this. Vince, it's the float call. He's got no hand, no draw, but Vasily has made the call here with just a jack high. And now a 5 comes off, gives Peter 2 5s, but it's a scare card in that there's a possible straight on the board. And it goes check, check. Shock, Vasily didn't bet that.
And the river card is a 4. That's a straight for both players.
Well, both players have a 7 high straight.
But look at this. Peter quickly checks it.
Well, Vasily, just assuming he doesn't have an 8, going to put pressure on him.
Yeah,
That's 300,000.
Shrewd move.
Well, there you see the agony by Peter. It's a nice bet by Vasily. You know, he's catching cards, but he's making some great plays along the way, this being one of them. He made the float call on the flop with no hand and no draw, and now you see him just muscling his opponent out on the river here when they would have split the pot. Just well done by the man from Belarus.
Nice bluff.
Just can't stand the pressure, but a nice bet by Vasily there. Earn that pot, as we say.
Nice play.
Talk about living on the edge. And now the blinds are going up to 125, 250. Bill gets out of the way. And Ben Yu with an attractive ace-jack. Makes it 700,000 to go. Eister, believe it or not, on the shorter stack right now. He's got ace 3, and he's going to shove all in.
I'm probably going to get it in. I just want to count roughly.
Ben with
It's like
ace-jack.
5, right? Like it's under 5.
Yeah, it's under 5.
He's going to make the call.
Yeah.
Ben Yu well out in front. Has Kevin dominated ace-jack versus ace-3. You just can't do it much better than this. Now you just have to hope your hand holds up.
Good luck, Kevin.
Thank you.
They make 3s.
What an opportunity for Ben Yu to knock out the very clever Kevin Eister.
Kevin Eister in dire straits at the moment. If he wants to win a second WPT title tonight, he's going to have to get lucky here.
Here comes the flop.
Well, it's queen 10-7. No help for Kevin right there.
Club. We can hit runner clubs.
Well, Kevin needs runner clubs or to catch a 3 to take the lead. If the board paired twice, they'd split the pot. But right now, Kevin Eister in trouble.
Yeah, but he's played so well.
7 of clubs.
But a deuce of clubs appears.
7 of clubs.
Well, that means any club now will win it for Kevin, as well as a 3.
What?
7 of clubs, baby.
There's some hope for the man from Louisiana. Last card.
He did it! Jack of clubs comes off. Runner clubs to win this pot to stay alive.
It's time for a giveaway at WPT Global. Free $50 added to your account to the first 100 people who sign up. Simply follow these 3 steps. Go to WPTglobal.com/YT, make a new account with bonus code YT73, and deposit at least $1. That's it. $50 will be added to your account, but act fast. Only to the first 100 people.
Going to the local sales manager, Mike Scarborough. He quickly folds. And now the chip leader, the milkman, former grocery clerk.
Well, he's on the button. Picks up a beautiful hand, 2 10s. Got a lot of chips. Gonna raise it up.
Makes it 14,000 to go into the great Eric Seidel, who has a pair of 4s, but just calls.
Well, a lot of players would re-raise with a small pair in that spot. Eric opted to just call.
And look at this, the kid from Jersey, Tom Mercier, now with a big hand, ace-king.
We know he's gonna raise it here with this hand. But to these other guys, it's gonna look like a squeeze play.
Well, Mike, you're right. He makes it 48,000. Now the chip leader with the 10s.
He's going to re-raise advance, and I don't blame him.
Reynolds has made it 100,000. Seidel out.
All in.
Oh, wow.
All right, let's go. Call.
Well, all in and called here. And it's the classic race situation. The 2 overcards versus the under pair. The 2 roommates going at it. Tom Marchese's tournament life on the line here.
Flipping time.
The milkman versus the big cheese.
It's hard to make pairs.
In a race situation.
This time you're all in with the draw.
I guess so.
Big cheese versus the milkman.
Well, the big cheese versus the milkman.
Here it comes.
Who's going to get their picture on the dairy wall?
Oh.
And right now, it's going to be William Reynolds as he flops 3 10s.
10 in the door. That's not good TV.
Made it interesting.
Well, it's not over. Tom can catch a queen to make Broadway to win the pot.
Kid can make Broadway.
That's right.
He gets it! He hits a queen on a turn. William Reynolds can't believe it. He knows the board has to pair for him to win this pot now.
Holy smoke. Well, it could happen. You never know.
Smash.
And it does pair. Incredible. What drama on that hand.
The milkman has knocked his buddy out. The big cheese out of this event. Tom Marchese, our 4th place finisher. Lady Maverick in a bit of trouble. Now the antes are 15,000, blinds are 60 and 120. Here we go. Antonio's going to fold. And now Lady Maverick looks at her hand. She's got a big one. Ace Queen.
I'm all in.
And she goes all in for 1.7 million.
Andrew Roble, our chip leader, looks at an Ace King.
I call.
And he's quickly calling.
Well, Andrew has Vanessa dominated. This could shatter the dreams of Vanessa, who desperately would love to win a WPT title.
Andrew up on his feet. The crowd going nuts here. There, of course, Maria Ho and Tiffany Michelle, good friends of Vanessa Rousso.
2 good poker players in their own right, rooting their lady friend on, but she needs luck, and she hits it on the flop as the queen comes off.
There you go.
Vanessa out in front with 2 queens. It's not over.
Vanessa very stoic.
She is not flinching, though, Vince, until those last 2 cards come out. Well, Andrew needs to catch a king to take the lead, and Jack would give him an ace-high straight.
Drag it up, Jack! Jack!
Vanessa's professional enough to know she don't celebrate too early, but she's out in front with the queens. Here comes the turn.
It is a king. Oh, no. Unbelievable. Oh, tough luck for Vanessa Rousso right there. That is Heartbreak Hotel for Vanessa right there.
It's like she thought it was coming. The filly breaks a leg down the stretch. This is awful. Now she needs the miracle.
Well, Antonio and Andrew, good friends. Antonio trying to hide his eyes, didn't want to see the bad beat at the river in case it would come up. Vanessa needs a jack for the split, a queen for the win. She gets a queen.
Oh my God.
She spiked the queen. Unreal.
The lady at the table caught a lucky lady on the river.
She's gonna make for some good TV.